please, for a pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call this meeting of Independent School District 544 to order. Clerk, can you establish a quorum for us, please?
Certainly. Kirby Anderson.
Present.
Natalie Knudsen.
Here.
Melanie Cole.
Here.
Matthew Lemke.
Here.
Missy Hermes here. Stephen Begasa.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
So moved.
And can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda passes. We do not have any acknowledgements today, so we're going to move right into reports. Kirby Anderson, 544 Education Foundation and Finance.
Yes, I was unable to attend the 544 education, and Jeff had a conflict as well last minute. So I guess the only thing that I wanted to bring up from the meeting was that there are a couple of dates to keep in mind. We have the Fall in Service Catering, which 544 Foundation sponsors, is on Thursday, the 29th of August, and then also Outer Pride Night is going to be on Friday, September 6th. So keep those in mind. And then the only other thing that I had on the Finance Committee was that Mark had done some work to look at our, to make sure that we were paying the proper amount for insurance. And we'll bring that right here we go. There we go. And so we have participated in the Minnesota Insurance Trust, School Trust for our property insurance, and every once in a while Mark goes out and does some, I guess we call it mock bids, just to do a reality check and make sure that we're not paying too much. And without giving out the numbers, we came up very well on that. So we'll continue to work with the Minnesota Insurance School Trust on our insurance. So thanks to Mark for doing that. So that's all I have.
Any questions for Kirby? Thank you, Kirby. Melanie Cole, Special Ed Co-op Region 1 and activities.
I have zero information to report. None of that groups has met this last month. So.
Okay, thank you. Missy Hermes, Staff Development and Curriculum Review.
I have the same report. Staff development doesn't meet again until I think this month in September, early September, and curriculum review, we don't meet again until October.
Okay, thank you. Natalie Knudsen, Wellness, Policy and Buildings and Grounds.
Same situation. We're going to be talking about Target a little bit in our work session, but other than that, nothing new.
Okay. Under my reports, Lakes Country Service Co-op, we are meeting this Thursday, so I have nothing to report for them. Minnesota High School League, they did meet Tuesday, August 6th. This one was generally a lot of just approval of some executive things, policies, procedures, bylaws, just approval. So standard business meeting for a lot of it. I do know that they did talk about why we play, and they do have on their website now a parent video for if parents are interested in watching why we play, and kind of it's about a 5-minute video on that. And then also they also decided on some strategic direction that they decided, the board, and the board has identified 4 areas that they are going to focus on, and defining clearly the concept of education-based activities and athletics and the values that they are to their members or to the schools. Developing a sustainable financial model to provide stability to the league for financing. I think we noticed that some of our fees and stuff had went up this year, membership dues, and so they're looking at that. Creating a robust and effective technology presence and integration. And then the last one is implementing effective policy and board governance practices. And then they just had some discussion, which is always kind of fun. Well, it's always interesting, some of the discussion they had, and the one that I will just bring up is they talked about track and field and potentially adding a 3rd classification to track and field. Mm-hmm. And they've been doing that with other sports, adding classifications, so another, so it'd be 3 classes instead of just 2. And so we'll see where that goes. That's what I have to report. Any questions? Okay, and then Steve Vigasa, legislative liaison, and meet and confer.
Not much to report. Legislature is not in session, and meet and confer is not met or conferred. That's it.
Thank you, Steve. Superintendent Drake.
Yes, I've been busy making presentations to various service groups out in the community, getting to meet people. And then the other thing this week is that Thursday we're going to have a principals retreat. We'll talk about the strategic planning process and also the start of the year and making sure everything unfolds nicely.
Any questions for Superintendent Drake? Okay, thank you. Moving on to our general consent items, we have the minutes for the July 15th board meeting. Bills and treasurer's report. Kirby Anderson.
Yes, we started the month with a balance of about 10.5 million, and our balance now is just over 8 million. It's that time of year where a lot of one-time annual payments go out, and there are also a number of one-time payments that went out as well. So just some examples, there was like $100,000 that went towards the playground equipment over to Adams. That was paid off. That was one of the bigger ones. And then on some of the annual ones, for instance, we do a payment to the police department for our SRO, and so that one went out last month as well. So it's kind of like there wasn't any really big ones, but a lot of that size thing payments went out. And so we're still sitting on $8 million, and it's just that time of year where the money is flowing out, getting ready for next month. So, thanks to Mark, we went through the bills. Matt and I went through them this morning, and everything appears to be in order.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Personnel, Elaine Jenke.
Yes. Start of the school year, so we have some support staff spots to be filling. And the names that I'm going to be listing at this point are support staff that have resigned basically just recently, but their last date of service was at the end of the 2018-19 school year, and that's Tiffany Hansen, special ed para, along with Kayla Orsinger, Heather Schmidt, and Samantha Johnson. And then we have Jennifer Carlson, student service coordinator, and she's going to be doing some long-term subbing here for us, so you'll see next at the next meeting I'll have a contract for her doing that. Teresa Stoa and Sabrina Noon, they both were ECFE aides. As far as support staff hires, we have Ashley Olson, Rebecca Kruger, Josh Price, and Sue Thorson. Those individuals were all hired as special education paraprofessionals, and I designated their location at this time in the board minutes. Obviously, because of student shifting, that possibly could change, but we were pretty solid at their location at this time. And then Rebecca Tholen and Amanda Stock, they're ECFE and a preschool aide over at our Heritage Building. Then we have our head coach hire of Dane Frolin for One Act Play Director, and our head coach resignation of Samantha Van Wetschel Meyer, Nordic Ski head coach. And not only is she resigning from her head coach position, but her other coach positions also due to a job change. So that is what I have to offer the board for approval.
Do I have a motion to approve the general consent items?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion on them? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? General consent items passed. We have no old business. Moving on to our new business, we have the 2019-2020 Fergus Falls School District goals. Do we have a motion to approve those goals?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on those? Just for people in the community to know that our goals are the same as last year. And so the district's goals will be expecting that students entering kindergarten meet school readiness goals, achieving grade level literacy with all third grade students, closing the achievement gap among all ethnical and socioeconomical groups of students, attaining college and career readiness before graduating from high school for all students, having all students graduate from high school, And then our last one is establishing effective two-way communication with parent, guardians, and other stakeholders in the community. So with that, do I have a motion? We have a motion, and so all those in favor of our district goals, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? District goals passed. Item number 2 is the FY 2020 School District Membership Agreement with Lakes Country Service Cooperative effective 7/1/19 through 6/30/2020. This is an annual agreement. Do I have a motion to approve this?
So,
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3 is the FY 2020 School District PD for Me Agreement with Lakes Country Service Co-op effective, again, July 1st of 2019 through June 30th of 2020. This is also an annual agreement with Lakes Country Service Co-op. Does somebody want to offer that motion for approval?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this?
Is this then an online educational format for the staff?
That is correct, with the bloodborne pathogen and the right to know and those types of things that they offer, that we have to have recorded.
Really boring annual stuff?
Okay.
But necessary.
Yes.
it's like.
Sometimes the most boring things is necessary.
Necessary, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's like $2,600.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 4 is accepting of the food bid. Mark Maston, do you want to talk on that just real quick?
Well, yeah, first of all, you didn't call for bids, but I was supposed to, I looked back last year and we did it on this board meeting and then accepted them the following board meeting. And I don't know, I got scared. So I just sent out the food bids without realizing we hadn't called for them, so. But anyway, we sent out to about 5 different vendors, 2 responded, and we did the costing out, and US Foods is the provider we will use. They've been our provider for the last 3-4 years, so.
Okay, with that, will somebody offer a motion to approve the acceptance of the food bid?
So moved.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of the bid, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. That concludes our school board meeting for today. Our next regular school board meeting will be Monday, August 26th at 5:15 p.m. right here at the Otter Community Room. Following the adjournment of this meeting, we will have a work session just talk about staffing, overview of the start of the school year, and the target building. So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
That 5:15 meeting at the end of the month, that was originally an early morning, so just take note of that. You
Yes,
have
time
any
change.
old correspondence, that did change.
Thank you, Kirby. With that, any other discussion? All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.